ICL like completely changed my golf life and life in general. So the school that I was at before was a private school. I live in Wilmington, Delaware. It gets really cold. I was just talking about this, like it's 35 degrees outside right now, which is not necessarily comfortable. So what I would run into is every single year, as soon as daylight savings came around, I would have an hour in my schedule every day at most to practice. And it would be at the end of the day when the sun was going down and it was miserable. And what I'd have to do is instead of like the school sort of helping me work golf into my schedule, like along with school, I would have to do it myself. So I would bend myself over backwards to do what I needed to for golf. I would wake up at 5 in the morning so I could go to the gym. I'd be out until like 8, 9 o'clock at night because I'd be either doing homework, practicing. We have a simulator. I'd be practicing in the simulator off hours, all that good stuff. I was getting like zero sleep. I was constantly tired. And the other thing too was whenever I'd go away to a tournament, I'd have tons of work to make up. And the teachers that were at my old school were super nice. They were very supportive, but the style of school just wasn't conducive. I had 8 hours of my day every day that was filled up with just school. Like 4 of those hours were for classes. Everything else was sort of extra. So again, I was bending myself over backwards to try and get in my training. ICL, what that did for me is it gave me so much more flexibility. So, like I mentioned before we talked, I got an air fryer. There's no way before in my old school that I would have had time to do anything with that air fryer because every single part of my day was either school, golf, or doing the extra stuff that school wanted me to do. With ICL, they work so much better with you. So I can create my own schedule. I can, look at the class times at the beginning of the year. I can be like, I want to have classes here. There's only one class time a week, which is super helpful. And then for the rest of the week, I can choose when I want to do my work. So I am able to take control of my schedule, work with that. And it's just so much easier because I'm not juggling 8 hours of time every day that's gone. I have a day that I can sort of build for myself. And not only is that better because I can like actually sleep and like do those things, but it also creates good time management skills. Did I have those before at my old school? Yes, but it was a little more forced. Now it's more up to me. And the big benefits of that is it's exactly like it is in college. I just went on a visit to Duke. The exact same thing I was getting asked at from there about my classes next year that I would be asked at the beginning of the year at ICL. When do you want to have classes? What are your sections? Let's look at the times. What classes are you going to take? What's going to be the rigor of those classes? How are you going to handle the work of those classes? And then how are you going to handle that with tournaments? So it's a much better path into college because not only do I have better time management skills, managing a schedule that's so similar to what it's going to be like in college, but I've done that ahead of time. I have those skills. And honestly, it's just really good practice for what I'm going to experience in college.